Hello and welcome to Dark Enigmas. Please don't forget to leave a like so that our videos reach as many people as possible, thus strengthening our channel. And of course, if you can share it with your friends' groups, it helps even more. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. My name is Demetrio, and in my youth, I lived in Cumaru, a small municipality located on the banks of the Rio Negro. My house was in a very rural area, surrounded by fascinating landscapes, yet also quite isolated. Once, I needed to travel to the capital to buy some spare parts for the farm machinery. However, it was a very ordinary day, and time passed by too quickly. Before I knew it, it was already night. So, I decided to postpone my journey and wait until morning. I was sound asleep when I woke up to the crowing of the rooster. With the morning mist, I thought it was around 5 o'clock, as that was the time when roosters usually crow a little before sunrise. Hurriedly, I got ready to head to the bus stop, which was about 20 minutes away. Along the way, as I walked, I spotted a woman in the distance, near the riverbanks. As I got closer, I could see she was washing clothes. When I was very close to her, I greeted her with a smile and asked why she was washing clothes so early in that place. To my surprise, she didn't respond. I was intrigued, thinking maybe she was deaf or simply didn't want to talk to a stranger at that hour. I continued on my way to the bus stop, but I confessed I was curious and uneasy about that strange situation. I had never encountered anything like it before. However, when I was further ahead, near another point of the river, I came across the same woman again. She was still immersed in her task of washing clothes, as if trapped in a movie scene. A shiver ran down my spine, and I became very apprehensive about the situation. That was definitely something that couldn't be explained. Despite feeling insecure, I had no choice but to pass by her again. But this time, as I passed by her, I felt that something was wrong. I had a sense of being watched. I lowered my head, and this time, I didn't say anything. I wanted to pass by as quickly as possible. Before I could reach a small bridge nearby, something made me turn around, and to my astonishment, I saw the woman floating in the air, coming towards me. Fear took hold of me, and my only reaction was to run back the way I had come, as I couldn't go any further. I had never run so fast in my life, and even though I stumbled and fell a few times, I didn't look back even once. Midway through, I remembered that there was a small local community and a church there, and I decided that was where I would stay, hoping to find shelter for a while and protect myself from whatever that was. Nothing could be better than being in a church. My thoughts were totally confused, and I kept wondering if I had really seen that or if it was something I had imagined in my head. But whatever it was, I wasn't willing to find out alone. I decided to stay there waiting for the sunrise. However, something caught my attention. The sun should have risen on the horizon by now, and to make everything even weirder, when I looked at my watch, it was exactly 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't believe it was real. I thought I was having a nightmare and would wake up at any moment. Unfortunately, I had to stay there alone for the rest of the night, very afraid and thinking about many things at the same time. From that day on, I swore to myself that I would avoid that sinister path at all costs. Every time I was near that stretch again, I felt as if the spirit of that woman was watching me, lurking, waiting for the right moment to attack me again. This happened to me in the city of Maracaju, in the state of Mato Grosso do Sul, many years ago. Some friends and I worked on a large corn plantation at the time. Our boss had been warned that there were malicious people setting fire to some neighboring farms. Because of that, he asked us to stand guard for a week to prevent any similar incidents in our plantation. My friends and I agreed. After all, it was important to protect our means of livelihood. That night, we were patrolling the plantation, each with our flashlight, when suddenly we heard a strange noise coming from the rows of corn. It sounded like fast footsteps moving towards us. Instinctively, we pointed our flashlights in the direction of the noise, but we couldn't see anything beyond the tall corn plants swaying in the night breeze. The air became tense and silent for a moment until we saw something moving quickly between the rows of corn. It wasn't human. It was like a shadow, agile and sinister, sliding between the plants. My friends and I looked at each other, not knowing what to do. Some suggested it could be a wild animal, but I knew it was nothing natural. We decided to split up to try to surround whatever it was, but as we approached, the shadows moved faster, always keeping us at a distance. We stayed there, patrolling the plantation all night, with a feeling of fear and unease hanging over us. At dawn, we decided to report the incident to our boss. We told him about the sinister shadows we saw in the plantation, but he just shook his head and said he had heard similar stories before. He paid us for our work and dismissed us, but I could see the concern in his eyes as we walked away. That experience in the corn plantation was engraved in my mind as another dark chapter in my life. Even today, when I pass by a cornfield at night, I feel a shiver down my spine and remember the shadows that moved between the rows, always watching us, always chasing us. And so I conclude another scary story here on Dark Enigmas. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more scary content like this. Until next time.